Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Hey guys, welcome back to another beer review. Local beer tonight, finally, a San Diego beer. People have been saying, you know, I review too many beers that aren't local to me, but tonight we're doing that. And what beer are we checking out? This is from Modern Times, School of Certain Victory. This is a white wine barrel-aged sour Saison with apricots, which sounds amazing. Modern Times just did a sour, well, they did a release of two different beers. There was a sour Saison and a sour blonde, and they did fruited variations of it. So this beer, I know it kind of sucks to review this beer because it's really, really limited. It was one per person that they did. I was fortunate enough to get into their little club that they did called the League of Elegant People and Partygoers. So I was able to actually get my hands on two of these bottles. So wanted to review one and then I'm going to share one. So yeah, the League welcoming party with fully equipped with secret handshakes was last weekend. So went down, picked up my bottles. They actually had tasters of this and I didn't get a chance to taste this one. I was driving and I think I was able to get 3 tasters and then I was like, I can't drink anymore, I'm driving. But the people who were there, this seemed to be like one of the beers that everyone loved. So Modern Times did a sour run last year and I was able to get my hands on all 3 of the fruited variants. But you guys saw Nathan and I reviewed was it the nectarine one maybe, or peaches? I can't remember. I had sat on it for like 9 months and the fruit was gone. It was basically just the base beer. So the last sour run they did was their Oud Bruin base and they fruited it. This is a sour Saison. I don't think I've ever had a sour Saison, but I love me some apricots. I actually was lucky enough with Nathan on his channel to have Apricot du Premier from Side Project, and that's probably the best apricot beer I've ever had. I'm not going to compare that to this because I think that's an American Wild Ale, and this is a sour Saison. So different kind of style, but an apricot beer. I'm really, really looking forward to this. I love me some. I love sours. I love wine barrel sours. I love fruited sours. I love Saison. So hopefully this is like a marriage of all that awesome stuff. I don't know when this was bottled. They just released it last weekend. It is 7.2%, so big beer. Malt or Pilsner flaked wheat, unmalted wheat, and caramel Vienna. Holy crap, there's like chunks of, it's either sediment or fruit in there coming up to the top of the bottle. And then Lactobacillus pediococcus, and there's Brett in here. So yeah, I think this sat in barrels for a long time. It says months of mingling in the barrel, resulting beer is a powerful and complex fruited sour. There's a ton of chunks in here, so we're going to see that when we pour it. Or maybe we'll pour it. I think they're going to come out. We'll see. Either way, it is what it is. There they are. Chunky monkeys. So yeah, really, really looking forward to this one. I love these sour bottles too that they do. Those labels are awesome. So yeah, there's a bunch of little floaties, or they're not even floaties, they're settled in the bottom. But yeah, it pours out like a lemonade color yellow. Tons and tons and tons of carbonation. There was just a little, maybe like a quarter finger of bright white head with that pour. But yeah, super effervescent, bright yellow. Looks like lemonade in the glass. But yeah, there's chunks of, I don't know what that is. That's part of using wild yeast, I think. I don't know. Maybe somebody can comment and let us know. But yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. So let's go ahead and shove our nose in it and see what we got. Does it say how much? It just says oodles of apricots. I'm not sure how many pounds of apricots they threw in these white wine barrels while this was sitting, but let's go ahead and shove our nose in it. Yeah, that's apricot. Wow. Very, very apricot forward on the nose. It does have those Saison characteristics though. It's like that yeasty, farmhousey, it's like that, people say that, it's like that kind of wet horse blankety. If you ever lived anywhere like out in the country, I think I've said this in another video, I grew up kind of in the what were we, the South Bay of the Bay Area on 2.5 acres, and we had horses, and it would rain, and if you walked into their barn where the hay was, it smelled like this. But yeah, tons and tons of apricot. It's got that funk. It's yeasty. Very effervescent in the nose. Gosh, the apricots smell so good. It doesn't smell like overly sour. You're definitely getting like that tart kind of aroma, but mainly like funky apricots. It smells awesome. There's like a woody kind of oakiness that's in there, and I think that's from the white wine barrels, or it could just be from, you know, the Saison too. But yeah, it's just funk for days. It smells great. So yeah, let's go ahead and dig in. Cheers. Wow, that's really, really good. Them apricots though. That is awesome. It's almost to that sour. It's like tart. Wow, my mouth's actually watering. It's not like overly sour. It's actually really, really tart. Wow, I love this. Holy crap. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure this out and like explain this right. Right up front, you get hit with apricots. It's like apricot jam or jelly. You guys ever make like sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? If you were to use apricot jelly or jam, you get like that apricot kind of jammy jelly thing. Middle of the mouth, it gets really, really tart. But you get hit with all those like effervescent bubbles. It kind of just cleans your palate. You get hit with the apricots. It's tart, middle of the mouth. Kind of hangs out on your tongue for a second, and then it just finishes super clean, super dry, super crisp. It's not quite to that sour level, but the tartness is there. This is amazing for a Saison. Really, really, really good. All that wild bacteria they put in there, my mouth's watering. Did this beer a lot of awesomeness. It's rad. That's stuff of the modern times would say. Just the amount of apricot is awesome. And you're still getting that Belgian-y kind of funky, yeasty, Saison-y thing, but the tartness in there. A lot of people are turned off by Saisons because they say they're like kind of, what's the best way to describe it? Kind of dirty tasting. My one buddy says it tastes like feet, which is kind of weird, but I kind of see where he's coming from. You get like those weird kind of ester, yeasty, funky notes on your tongue. If you're not like used to that, I could see where people are like, that's kind of gross. But the tartness that's in this, and you're getting like this woody, oaky kind of, it's like that dry, white, winey kind of barrel thing. There's actually a lot going on in this beer. It's weird. Like the more that I talk, the more that I'm tasting. But yeah, this is killer for a sour Saison. This is amazing. I love this. I do. The apricots are there, just massive, right on the front of your tongue, and then you get all those bubbles to kind of cleanse your palate. It's tart. You're getting that yeasty kind of funky horse blankety Saison thing. Finishes dry, like that white wine kind of grapey thing going on. This is amazing. This is killer. I love this. I really, really, really like this. I can see why people like this so much. If you're just like getting into sour beers, this would probably be a really good one to try because it's not overly sour. The tartness is there, but it's not mouth puckering. This is killer. 7.4%. You could get in big trouble drinking this. I'm going to share this bottle with my wife because she loves sours. But you could drink this no problem because it's not going to kill your palate, and you'll have a 750 of almost 8% beer, and you'll be feeling real nice. So I don't think I've ever had a sour Saison before, so grading this is kind of tough. But if I'm grading this as like a fruited sour, this is up there for me. This is really, really good. I mean, it's not near Apricot Du Premier that we had, but that's kind of it's a different style of beer. But if I'm comparing apricot sour beers to that, I mean, that was Hunnits for me. That one was. I'm gonna go 97 on this one. Awesome, awesome stuff from modern times. World class, A+, School of Certain Victory. Only way you're gonna be able to get this one is if you trade for it. I highly recommend doing so, and do it soon. Just with my experience with other Modern Times fruited sours, the fruit kind of falls off quick. So I don't know when this was bottled. Excuse me. But I would say, yeah, try and get your hands on this in like the next, I don't know, month or so if you can. I mean, I don't know what it's going to trade for. It was 1 bottle limit for everyone. So I would, though, if you have the ammo to trade for this, try it. Modern Times is doing awesome stuff. So really looking forward to what they're going to do in the next year. I'm stoked to be part of the League of Elegant People. I feel very elegant and very party goer-ish. So yeah, looking forward to the next year with Modern Times. So San Diego, Modern Times kills it again. Love their beer. This is awesome stuff. So I'm out here, guys. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you later.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.